Alright, and Psychic Phase. I'm going to try to cast Smite. Oh no.
Perils of the Warp.
Hello, and welcome to the Warhammer podcast. I'm not going to go through the fucking 40k and then fuck that shit. It's just a Warhammer podcast. My name is Rowan. I'll be your host today, and we have...
I'm John, and I take offense to the lack of subjects that we never talk about.
Exactly. If we never talk about them, I ain't going to fucking worry about it. Well, and we also have...
Adepticon Silly Pants.
Alright, Adepticon Silly Pants. Well, we got a lot of fucking shit to cover. Because Adepticon was, what, 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
A week ago? 2 weeks.
2
I don't know.
Whatever. I don't know how to tell time. I'm really bad at that. Blame it on my bad...
Siri, how long ago was Adepticon? Oh, that's right. We're poor.
Go fuck yourself. Adepticon had a lot of news. And then we're going to cover a little bit of topics that maybe John wanted to cover, as well as, regular stuff like hobby progress, stuff like that. But we're going to start off with the big news. Adepticon happened, and there was a lot of different announcements that happened there. So I have a little...
People are all types of wet right now.
They are. I'm one of them, to be honest with you. I love all this shit. I honestly want to go to Adepticon just so I can go to that panel and then not do anything else. I'm kind of weird that way. But I'm going to start off because I have a little cheat sheet here. They first announced Warhammer Champions. So it's going to be a CCG in the Age of Sigmar realm. And it looks pretty cool. I mean, they don't use models for the pictures. I think they use actual, just painted artwork.
So it is like that combat card game that they did.
No, because I believe combat was the actual. They put the models on there.
No, I don't think they did.
For which one?
For the combat cards. You know about combat cards?
You might be right, but I looked at them, and when I saw the thing for it, I thought it was a joke at first, but it's fucking real, and it looks god awful.
Let's see. Combat cards are the actual models.
The models itself. Okay.
Yes.
And it's like stuff that you'll see like in the codex and stuff. It's not even like.
Yeah, exactly. They just literally pluck those out. You can see it right there.
Yeah, that looks fucking terrible.
But let me check up this Warhammer Champions. Because Warhammer Champions looks more to be they have the artwork from the books and things like that, like the battle tomes and things like that.
Like Magic: The Gathering.
That's like that card game that you have, the one you play with Tony.
Yeah, Conquest. Warhammer
Conquest.
40,000.
Yeah, they use artwork instead of models.
Yeah, which I honestly loved.
That will be 10 times better because that combat thing looked fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, this is the cards for him.
Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better.
You're fucking out of your mind. That's great. Have you seen him?
Nope.
Here, take a little sneak peek.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I saw this on the thing, but I thought maybe there was like more.
No, they just have a couple of things, and they even say that this isn't final design for the packaging, of course, and things like that. I kind of want to see if they're gonna go through all factions and kind of thing. Give my phone back.
If a unit controlled by this blank, which I'm assuming something, removed by your opponent something, damage to the something.
He's worse than a fucking Magic article. You know, they fan it out and they're like, it could be Planeswalker, maybe. You can kill a Planeswalker. Yeah, that's
what it is.
Just shut the fuck up. It's a trading card game. It's made by Play Fusion, which I don't know that company at all. So it looks cool. I'm a card game player too. Kind of sucks that it's gonna be like a traditional CCG where you buy booster packs and they'll probably have that kind of stuff. I'm not excited about that.
They have starter decks.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be good.
They have good cards.
But that's the thing is no starter decks are ever super good. I'm really more into the Fantasy Flight style, the LCGs, the living card games, because it's a box game you have everything that you need. If you want extras of all those
You'll buy
cards,
the expansions.
you buy the expansions. And I just like the way that's structured because everybody has the same cards. There's no kind of there's no luck to it when you open up a pack. So we'll see. I want to see if it has like things like mana or anything like that, like a that kind of
Magic play style.
yeah. If it has that kind of mechanic.
I just, because we played Magic for so many years. And
Yeah.
It's like a new set would come out and you'd be like, oh man, I gotta get a box. You spend $120 to get that one Planeswalker, which ends up being $7. You could have just bought a playset for pretty cheap, And then, like, I played Dragon Ball Super with Tony.
Yeah.
And a new set just came out, and we bought boxes because, that's what we do. We're nerds. We spend our money on useless things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we got a few things that we liked that we wanted to make our deck around, but you're not getting consistently what you need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is like, I don't want to buy singles. Like I don't want to be that guy where you just buy singles and like I'll make the deck like this. Another thing is I don't know how big the scene would be for something like that, so I'm kind of hesitant on it. I at least want to try it out, but I don't know if it's something I'll go whole hog into. I think more something like Shadespire, where it's like half card game, half a board game. I really like. I still haven't played it, but I'm assuming like this weekend I'll probably try my hand at it. I know you said you had Sunday off, correct?
I do.
So probably later this week, me and John will play it. And yeah, I think it's interesting.
You're excited.
Not excited.
You are content.
I'm content. Yes. If we're doing our 5-star system, I'd be at a 3.5.
Oh, I'm better. Yeah. On a scale from booty to cash, I'm a solid. Yeah.
God damn you. But next up we have the let me see if I get this right. Idoneth Deepkin, which is gonna be a new faction for AOS. And I'll be honest with you, people. I'm thinking about giving up all my AOS just to get this.
I'll be honest with you, people. I think Order has enough shit already.
I'll be honest. You're just really salty because you're, oh my god, I'm a Chaos player.
Actually, in Age of Sigmar, I'm a little more Destruction.
Well,
It sounds like the same thing.
yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Just different.
We don't kill people, we fucking tear down buildings.
Well, that's the thing I like about the Iron Jaws. There's no real end game with them. It's just like, hey, we just want to fuck shit up, and hopefully you put up a good fight.
Usually people don't. But yeah, the Idoneth Deepkin is gonna be like the Sea Elves, as everybody calls them. The best part about it is it looks like they have a behemoth leader, and he's riding a big fucking turtle. And I am the turtle man of fucking Grimworks, so I love it. I have to get it.
Behemoths, the guys that come out riding the behemoths, like the guys on dragons and shit like that, the guys on the Maw Crusher for me, they come out pretty expensive.
They do, but I'll still fucking get it.
Like, I think the Celestin that you have was probably one of the cheaper ones just because he's not actually riding an animal. He's just on a huge base.
Yeah.
That Celestin Prime, what was he, $80?
He was 90.
Yeah, I think he's actually like the cheapest one. Cause I know the one that I have, the Maw Crusher, was like 140, 160.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like what's his name, from all the end times models, all the big models from there. They were about a 140, 150, 180, some.
Fucking that 3-headed Chaos Dragon, I forget his name.
Archaon.
Yeah, Archaon. I think he was 200.
He was like 180. I think. He's
probably one of the more expensive ones.
Yeah. And I don't even know if he's good. You're gonna have to let us know if somebody has Legions of Nagash. If you wanna, put down the comments or wherever you listen to, email us. You can go ahead and email us at citypod88@gmail.com. Go ahead and put Warhammer on the subject so we know it's for there. But go ahead and let us know how Archaon is in the Legions of Nagash, because apparently they're like homeboys. They go like way back. But Deepkin, I'm in. I'm sold. I don't know if I want to give up the
dinosaurs.
My dinosaurs for him. That's the thing is I love Seraphon, but I'm not balls deep into Seraphon yet. so I can get out. I can cash out and be like, hey, I'm out. I'm gonna go with Sea Elves. So I might do that. I don't know.
When everyone was saying about the sea turtle thing, I was expecting. I don't know why. Why the fuck I was thinking more of like a gentle looking sea turtle. And then when I finally saw the intro, I was like, all right, octopuses, eels, everything looks ferocious. I was like, man, where's this fucking turtle at? It's like the fucking dragon face turtle. I was like, oh man, I was not expecting that. And I stopped and like, it's a fucking war game. Why would I expect like a gentle sea turtle?
It's true. I was expecting like a really like I'm hoping that they have different heads for the turtle because I kind of want like a thicker like Gamera style fucking head.
Yeah.
Or Gamora, however you want to fucking pronounce it, but I was expecting that. Maybe with a different color scheme, because I'm not too wild about that orange-yellow color scheme that they have in the previews of it. I kind of want to see what it is, but I think...
I want to make it more realistic, put like graffiti on it, maybe like a little, one of those plastic Coke thing necks around it.
6-pack plastic holders. Even in AOL, even in fantasy, they're riddled with trash.
Yeah.
Put a little like piece of resin in his nose.
Oh yeah. Make it real sad.
Yeah, that fucking video broke my heart, man. Anyways,
I gotta say, I'm looking at the models right now. I'm a little disappointed by the dudes themselves.
I honestly think it's the color scheme. Because they did like the super pale flesh.
Yeah, which makes sense because there's not very much sunlight below sea level. Yeah. But like I don't know, I guess I just.
And they kind of look like they don't have eyes. They kind of look like they're like blind.
Yeah, which again makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, I should make them like angler fishes.
Ooh, everyone gets.
But like, I think I would have preferred more like a Abe Sapien looking thing.
Yeah, well, you're all up on Abe Sapien, so stop it. Okay, this is Age of Sigmar, not fucking Hellboy.
I'm just saying.
EPRD.
I mean, yeah, hell. Oh, there's actually gonna be a Kickstarter, I believe, from Mantic. They're gonna have a board game for Hellboy. Mm-hmm. I'm totally in because I saw one of the models for Hellboy. I was like, fucking.
Oh yeah.
There was another Kickstarter for some independent company that did a...
They're doing a Harry Potter one.
The Knights model is doing a Harry Potter, but there's another one. I think it's called like TX Factorum, or I have no idea where it's from. It's an English company, and they're making a Primarch series. So the first up is the Lion. And I think I showed you the picture of it. It looked really cool, but it's like 49 pounds, I believe. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know.
That's pretty
heavy.
I
thought you meant like pounds, like it is the fucking heavy. I'm like,
no.
It's heavy as fuck for
English pounds. English pounds, you know, they're half price.
Now we just.
I didn't say stones. They measure everything in stones for some reason. But
just lost that. If we had any
English, oh, go fuck yourself, mate. You bloody cat.
I'm late for tea.
You call fucking cookies biscuits? Y'all fucking crazy, man.
Flashlights or torches? Get the fuck out of here.
Can you imagine every time a fucking Brit hears an American, specifically a Southerner, talk about biscuits and gravy? What's wrong with them?
That's disgusting.
Oh. So disgusting. Mother, listen to what these kids saying. What's all good? What's all this thing?
What do they call biscuits? Like what we call biscuits, what do they call them there?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I knew this. I don't remember.
I know they have the shit on a shingle. And I think that's what they call biscuits and gravy.
I like to think they call air conditioners air wobblies.
Oh, wibbly wobbly. But yeah, Deepkin, I'm in. Like I said, I'm not too balls deep into Seraphon just yet. So I can cash out. I know one person that will buy them off of me. So automatically.
Is it?
Yeah, Mikey, you listen to this. I might contact you about it and let you know. But
don't do it, Roman.
But I want fucking turtles.
Don't do it.
I like the fact that this is kind of the first aquatic army.
Yes.
Like of ever in Warhammer. I don't know if they've made any other older models of aquatic.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't think so.
But this is kind of like the first.
I think high elves were kind of like the closest to that. Maybe? I have no idea, though. So, I don't know Warhammer Fantasy. If you know anything, again, chime in, comments below, or email us.
I just my only concern is that they're gonna do like the hero click thing where this person has that rule where if there's water terrain, it's it's like then they're gonna start making water terrain and people are gonna want water terrain on the table and other people are be like, no, I don't want water terrain on the table because your army's good in water, and then it becomes this whole fucking thing.
How is that any different from Nurgle bringing Nurgle trees, or
Because
Seraphon from bringing trees of their own? They buy them.
yeah, you have to pay for that with your army.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying
they
They pay for
putting
water.
it on the table to start with.
Yeah, that's what.
Without having to pay for it is what I'm saying.
I'm sure you'll have to pay for it.
They're gonna force you to pay for it.
Because like there's terrain that we use at one of the stores we go to. I can't remember. I want to say it's Alien Worlds because that's mostly where we go. But where they have that river that you can put through the middle of the thing, it's scenic. It looks nice. But if putting that there is going to automatically give an advantage to one of the players, then nobody's going to want to do that. While the person who is playing it is going to want it there.
Well, then that's where you're gonna have to come to an agreement with your opponent. And if it's a friendly game,
Gabe,
then...
you're gonna have to talk to them.
That's where you have to talk to your opponent. And then, if you can't come to agreement, then you're not gonna play if it's a friendly game.
Yeah.
If it's a tournament game, then go to the TO, let them know, hey, you want to do this. Let the TO decide. Whatever that is, you let the TO decide, and that's it. It's done. But the fact is, I think there's gonna be terrain that they're going to allow you to do that, but you're going to have to pay for it. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, they're near water, that's it, done.
They're fucking OP now.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think there's going to be more to it. And again, this is pretty far in the future. I think it's like the end of May where they're going to release. I think that's the rumor, I think. Could be earlier. Could be the end of April, the way things are going. But, Deepkin, I'm in. I just have to see the models. I probably will buy the Battle Tome just to kind of see what an army would cost me and see if I want to dig into them. But speaking of Battle Tomes, we're gonna go to the 40K equivalent, the 40K.
40K Yahweh.
So it's gonna be codexes, and first things first. The Drukhari is up for pre-order this weekend. So as you hear this, Drukhari should have their codex in another week. But they said that there's going to be 3 upcoming. It's going to be Codex Harlequins, Codex Deathwatch, and Codex Imperial Knights.
Woo!
So I'm pretty happy about the Imperial Knights because I've been holding off painting my knights, and yeah. I just want to see what they have. I would want to see.
You could at least start the medals.
I could. I mean, I had an idea where I was gonna do like a more white with like bluish tint around it, but I'm not too sure. I have to kind of do a test model and see if I like that idea. But I have no idea. I don't know. I'm super scared. I've never painted a knight. I'm super intimidated.
I still need you to magnetize my knight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I gotta buy more magnets, so I'll probably be going to a specific website to be doing that because they sell them really cheap there. But yeah, Harlequins. We know that Tony has them, and I have. I've been painting a few of them for him. Which did you bring that today?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Harlequins. Deathwatch is cool. I just don't particularly care about Deathwatch. I think they kind of fell off with 7th when they were first introduced into 7th edition. I think people were really hyped, and then they realized, ooh, they kind of suck because everything's super costed because they're all veterans essentially, which makes sense in their fluff. But I want to see how they really change it for 8th edition and what they'll have access to.
Like new dudes or what?
Yeah,
not
like
new dudes or just lower cost models.
Like if they're gonna if they're gonna lower down the cost for some of their stuff, if they're going to have the same rule with the flyer, because the flyer used to be able to drop down bikes, the Deathwatch bikes.
No shit.
They should be like wherever you need them. which I thought was just really cool. I wonder if they're going to keep that. I wonder if they're going to allow Primaris to do that kind of stuff. If they're going to come out with a Death Watch sprue where you can upgrade the
Death Watch Primaris.
the shoulder pads, because that's how you identify a lot of Death Watch stuff through those shoulder pads. So I'm kind of just interested to see what comes along with Death Watch more than actual Death Watch, because I'm not going to start another army. But speaking of army,
And that's all the codexes that they've announced?
those are all the codexes that they've announced at this time.
Damn, I bet Orc players are just like, who gotta fucking suck off to get a codex around here?
Probably the same person you got to suck off to get Plastic Sisters.
Well,
We're gonna get to that in just a bit.
looks like
Might as well get to it now, because John fucking ruined the whole goddamn thing.
That's what I'm here for.
You piece of shit. I don't know why.
well, it apparently enough sucking off it happened, so it's happening.
Yeah, Plastic Sisters coming in 2019. If what is it? Emperor allows or some shit they said. I have no idea what they said there, but yeah, Plastic Sisters. Okay. I was not one of the big Sisters players. Like I wasn't like super like, oh my god, I gotta get fucking sit. I was never like that. I'm sure all the Sisters players out there, people that were interested in them, fucking go nuts.
I bet you there's
don't
gonna be a
honestly care.
there's gonna be a division now. It's the Plastic Sisters versus the Metal Sisters, where they're just like, I was fucking collecting sisters before it was fucking cool. Check it out, I got all these Metal Sisters.
All the fucking all the
Wolfman Jacks collecting Metal Sisters.
Hey! Alright, I'm not starting Wolfman
Yeah,
Jack.
that was a big last thing. That
was like 20 minutes of my life fucking wasted.
But I think that's gonna be a thing where you're gonna have some people just like, oh, these fucking fake ass Plastic Sister people
all
over
these
here.
Pieces of shit, these bandwagon and pieces of shit. And
I've been wanting to play Sisters since they first dropped Saint Celestine and the Triumvirate, when they had all those detachments that were...
And that, did you get that Canoness or whatever, Baroness or
No.
with the fucking skull tits?
No.
Those like Danny DeVito's head.
the one that fucking
Yeah.
has like that
The
weird
fucking
fucking
7-inch high heel
Yeah.
on one foot. No, I didn't get her because, I mean, when the first Triumvirate came out, I loved it so much that I just wanted to make the lists that were in that book. And I tried so hard to get so many models together, and by the time I did, fucking 8th dropped, and they're like, oh, there's no more fucking, whatchamacallums? The things we used to have
Women are icky.
for detachments.
Formations,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
There's no more formations. Fucking Celestine doesn't give a buff the way she does to everybody. Now she only does it to Guard and Adeptus Sororitas, which I still use her in my Guard army. The Guard army that I started to play only for the fucking...
just for that buff.
Yeah, just for that book. Because I wanted the army
Oh.
from the...
Fall Acadia.
Yeah, from the Fall Acadia.
Yep.
So I started getting everything together. The only thing I wasn't able to get my hands on were Sisters. So I've been wanting to play them since that book. And as soon as Plastic drops, I'm going to start. You know, I'm not going to make a full fucking 2,000 points, but I'm going to put them on the field with my Astra Militarum and my Celestine.
I am more interested when they do a Codex Inquisition, where they have all the different Inquisitors. Like
That'd be cool.
like Kodiaz and all that kind of stuff, because I like the Kodiaz model. It's just I have no place for him in my army, really, like any one of my armies, because he's not great. So I just like the model. So I would want to see an Inquisition where they really do. Eisenhorn would be in there and a whole bunch of other Inquisitors.
Greyfax.
That's what they did before they dropped 8th. They did that Imperial Agents thing.
Yeah.
So something like that would have been really neat.
Yeah.
But, you think that would go with the Death Watch stuff?
No, because Death Watch is just like elite style. Like, do you know the fluff of Death Watch? Like,
I just figured they were just kind of like an offshoot of like an Inquisition. They're just like more into fucking killing aliens and shit.
No, there's like different like sects of Death Watch, and it's
6.
and it's different. It's anybody that they see fit from a chapter. That's
Yeah,
like
they pick them up.
Yeah, they pick them up, and then they do
You've been
like
cordially invited to join the Death Watch.
To the Death Watch. And even though they're Death Watch, they still carry their chapters and all that kind of stuff. And
I thought they were just like, I know they were from different chapters, but they're like, you're the elite guys. We just want to go and fuck aliens, fuck them up.
yeah,
They
you gotta make that
do
distinction.
specifically go after Xenos.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But I
So-
thought that would just be like some part of like the Inquisition, since you have like different Inquisitions where.
Yeah. Malids, whatever the fuck.
There's Malleus, Hereticus, Xenos, and Specialist.
Xenos, do you mean?
Xenos.
But yeah, Plastic Sisters coming up soon. All right.
John's super excited as you heard for the tone of
Yeah,
his
exactly.
voice.
He fucking brought it up and then like super like, yeah, I like sisters. They're pretty cool.
I saw. I don't know. I
tired.
think I
Fuck
saw
yeah.
some of the like, I guess models that they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't show offhand what they're gonna do, but
Mhm.
they looked cool. I guess they're trying to do like proportionate size now.
Yeah.
So, my question is, why are all their hairs white,
I have no idea.
John?
I don't know. Mine are gonna be redheads though, cause I like
I
redheads.
fucks with redheads.
I have no idea. I don't know that much about the Adeptus Sororitas.
Because after that whole like white hair thing, saw a lot of people show like pictures of like Danny DeVito and Always Sunny when he has that wig on. Was like, Sister of Battle, getting ready to.
I love Always Sunny. But yeah, after that, they announced that there's going to be the 40k list building app called Combat Roster. It is going to be free as of right now, but
Nice.
just like the Azor, which is the fantasy list building that they have. It's kind of weird because I've messed with it a bit. Because you have to pay $1 per month to get access to like the list building for AOS.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because it shows you the model and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't give you any of the rules. So it's literally just list building. Like, they don't explain rules like in Battlescribe.
Yeah.
How you put stuff in there.
Yeah, and if you could-
it gives you an actual list.
Yeah, I've been
doesn't
fucking
do
with
that.
it more and more.
Yeah, it doesn't do that. I'm assuming you have to buy like the Battle Tome through the app, and then it'll like give you that information.
That seems like it would.
It makes sense, but still kind of like I'll just probably stick with Battlescribe, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
Once again, I'm just kind of the fucking meme thing where they have like that picture where it has like a picture of Battlescribe and GW's next to it, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I made this." Gives him like a ball or whatever. GW's like, "You made this?" And he walks away. He's like, "I made this," and then it's like the fucking battle.
All right, Mark. I got something for you.
Okay, what's up? Hit me with some knowledge.
The order of sisters that is most commonly seen in art and fluff is the Order of Our Martyred Lady, who are the only sisters who do this tradition in large scale. The tradition being dyeing their
Dyeing
hair
their
white.
hair white.
Others might have members who do this, but Martyred Lady does this for almost all of their sisters. The reason as to why they do this dates back to the founding of the sisters at the end of the age of apostasy, where Alicia Dominica went to meet the Emperor of Man under custody guard, and afterwards she killed
Kill Go
Van Dyer, yeah. Ending the age of apostasy. When Dominica met the god emperor, her hair turned white, and the Order of Our Martyred Lady have since dyed their hair white as to remember Dominica and the emperor, as well as the start of the Sisters of Battle.
Oh, okay, that's neat.
If I make Sisters of Battle, I'm gonna do like white tips. Like they haven't dyed their hair in a while, they haven't bleached it, so the roots are showing through.
So they're fucking two tones.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
do.
Then everyone in the fucking order just like, "Oh, you natural fucking two tones." Like, fuck you, bitch. I see a lot of sass and shade being thrown around.
I'm okay. Now I'm totally in.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle. Now that it's sassy, I'm totally in. All right, fucking 2019, fucking Plastic Sisters. I'm in.
That's how you get me in anything. I'm gonna create my own fluff where it's just like they're bitchy the whole time to each other.
I'm in. I'm totally in now.
Why don't Sisters of Battle wear white armor?
Because they're not pure.
That was a period joke.
Oh, blood.
Alright, well there you go. There's your fucking daily alienation from John there.
Trying to get it later into the podcast so
it's
they don't
20
leave in the
yeah.
first 45 seconds.
It's 2018, guys. 30 minutes in, you made a period joke.
Speaking of 2018,
Subscribed, unsubscribed.
pussy. They did announce there's going to be a chapter approved 2018, which will have beta rules for the Plastic Sisters. So there you go.
I was hoping like the Sisters of Silence was gonna be in with the Custode Codex when
They're
that
two
was,
different
when that was
things.
dropping.
They
I know.
came in one box together, but they're two different things.
But it's the Sisters of Silence.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the Sisters of Battle. Sisters of Silence were the starting, but then they created their offshoots, and that's where they have.
That's what you said, right? Sisters of Silence in
Yeah.
the custodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're two
I know
different
it's like
things.
two different things, but I just thought maybe since they were like super elite, they would just
No,
be in super elite
if
stuff.
they were going to be anywhere, they would be in another Imperial Agents book locked in with all the shit that doesn't have enough models to have a full codex.
Mm.
They'll probably make some bullshit rules. Should put them into Adeptus Sororita. So there you go. Boom.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we'll see.
But
Codex Womanus.
let's see. What else?
If you got a vagina, you go in the same book together.
GW.
Good old GW.
GW, that's how we're viewing it. Fix it.
They also announced that there's going to be exclusive models for major independent events. So they're actually, and I've seen a couple of the models that they have.
It's gonna be like basically like tournament based. Like you're gonna get this if you win, whatever.
Is it going to be that, or
That's
is
what
it,
that's what I
what
kind
you
of
assumed?
that's why I read into it. Like
Okay.
to me,
if you win, you get a special thing that no one else has.
maybe either that or they're really known for like join our GW store on this fucking day where you'll never get it
Yeah.
and get like a fucking whatever piece that will go on eBay and sell for $100.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have our own GW
The
store
way
here.
I assumed it is that they were gonna have like, they were gonna print out enough for this event.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna sell them at the event, and once they're out, they're out. They're not gonna do a reprint.
So basically, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be like this is a tournament. Like this is like you're gonna get money and you're gonna get this little toy that nobody else has. Which for a lot of people would be like fuck. Yeah.
I thought it would be like for sanctioned tournaments that people who run little events.
It's gonna be like GW is working fairly consistently with like ITC stuff.
Yeah.
So like anything like the LVO, Adepticon, Nova Open, kind of things like that. And I'm sure all the other things like the ETC in the UK, which is like a big team tournament. If you don't know about ETC, go ahead and check that out because that's some cool stuff. But they're gonna have that, and then the big thing that Mark wants to talk about is there's gonna be a new Imperial Knight. It's gonna be the Castellan, I believe. Is what it's called. Go ahead. You had your little 2 cents to throw in there, so go ahead.
So basically, right when I first saw it, I remember seeing a lot of people like, "Fucking take my money! I'm fucking so wet over this." Get me wrong, I like the knights and they look cool and everything. I just thought it was the first thing I thought was that scene in Simpsons where Lisa's trying to change Malibu Stacy. And then they re-release her, but she's like, it's the same old Malibu Stacy, but she embodies all the same things you didn't like, but she just has a hat. And I feel the hats are just little guns now, like extra guns.
I'm sure you saw the picture where they're like the new knight and it has it has barrels like in its knees and like coming out of
like guns on guns and extra guns. They did that for the Hellblasters too. It was like he had the fucking plasma guns for arms, legs, and head. But I did read, like, one guy kind of sort of changed my mind when I was reading through the comments, and it was like, oh man, it's fucking awesome. And this dude somehow like shot through the top comment. He was like, I know everyone's all super stoked about the guns, but I'm looking at that sweet chassis hinge. That looks pretty cool.
I actually like one of the first things that I saw were like how the leg armor like covers the majority of the leg, so it just looks like it's made to take more hits.
Yeah.
Which would make me assume that it would possibly have more hit points. But I'm not too sure. It just looks like a little more fleshed out, like as a big robot, instead of having like all these exposed areas, like the
little leg pads,
exactly.
Little, like you have the chest plates or whatever. I didn't really get to take. I want to look at it some more, but I didn't really got tired after a while.
It was weird because it has the melta-guns, but it looks like each melta-gun is 2 melta-guns instead of multi-meltas, which gives them a 12-inch range, which is a little weird. instead of just giving it like multi-mode. Because they put the barrels together on the gun.
Yeah.
They're just not fused together. So instead of making a multi-moto, they made 2 melta-guns. Which I find, you know, like if that's what you want, if you wanted to have the 12-inch range, that's fine. But you could have like done the model a little bit differently instead of just. That seems a little lazy.
I mean, yeah, they have to use some of the assets that they already have. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of these assets were things that they had kind of conceived of before, and they were kind of like, that doesn't look quite right. And they just decided, oh, well, I mean, with this one, it kind of makes sense. He'd have different options, so you could, since he's a more, I guess, fortified, big-ass robot, he'd be able to, like, move those independently. He'd have a greater range kind of thing, so.
I like they gave him shoulder pads for his fucking boobs.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yeah, his shoulder pad boobs.
He has a fucking bra.
Yeah, the first thing I sent y'all was that fucking what did I say? I was like, looks like the Titans taking a page out of the Gundam. I sent that Gundam shooting out all those missiles.
Which I'm totally down with. Either way, I will buy at least one of them. Yeah, okay. Just to cut in a little bit, Forge Bane. I literally bought Forge Bane for 2 robots, and I already gave the rest away. I already traded the rest because I don't care about it. I didn't. All I wanted were the two. My two little sons.
I've seen everyone like. There's a lot of people trying to sell them for like $40 a piece.
That's great.
Yeah.
You try to get your money, but I literally bought that just for that.
Just for a robot. Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what I wanted. Yeah. I want to get the Forge Bane box just for the fucking robots. I already have enough Skatari like Rangers and Vanguard to fucking shake a stick at. And I don't think anyone really needs 3 Dominuses.
Don't they?
Yeah. I have one, and I know I was gonna build another one, but then now I have another one.
Go ahead, man. Make what is it? The Super Command detachment, where you just take 3 HQ. If I can do that, it'll be like 800 points. But go ahead.
Well, if I build the second Dominus, I have 3 HQs because I have the engines here too.
I think the Dominus is like 160 points, something like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think so. I think he's right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I have way too many Dominuses also.
See, yeah.
I mean, I'll just take them and break them if that's what you want.
Is that what you fucking want? I'll do it.
Yeah, if you just want to fucking
I don't know.
destroy them.
Yeah, I have extra pieces, so maybe I'll try to kit bash something.
Yeah,
like get a double-headed axe. That'd be fucking sweet. I'll take a page out of that Titan and throw axe blades all around.
Nobody can touch them.
And then the Codex is gonna drop, and you're gonna realize that Dominus can repair knights, and you're gonna be looking at your pile of shit that you made.
My axe blade.
Oh
Dominus.
no! Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh,
if Dominus can repair Imperial Knights, but if he has more than 1 blade on him, can't do shit.
Maybe I like that. I'm noticing that with the knights that I'm building, I'm totally fucking up because I have no extra bits, like chaosy bits, than what I have for like my Emperor's Children. I want to fucking bust those out.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to put him like on the base and kind of things like that.
Oh, like he's squishing chaos dudes?
Yeah, like he's doing something. And I have nothing. So I'm going to have to go through the bit spin.
I think I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. I think I got you.
All right, fair enough. Thank you. You always did catch me.
Yeah.
There's actually some really nice stuff at that one place on Fresno, or out there in Fresno, whatever that road is. Fucking Multiverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of they have like the heads to the fucking demon beast thing, the Forge Fiend.
Okay.
They have like because there's 2 different heads. So in the bit spin, they have the head that the person didn't want to use, so you can just have that like under the foot or something.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I really want to like.
These things are like no bigger than a Redemptor Dreadnought, right?
I don't know because
I saw like a size comparison, and this thing's probably like a little bit taller, just not as bulky.
I've actually never seen a
Redemptor
up close.
I heard it's maybe I don't even know if this helps. Have you seen a Gilliman?
Yes, I've seen a Gilliman.
It's probably like a little bit taller than Gilliman is.
Okay.
And now think of something a little bit taller than that.
Well, like the whole thing is like I built the legs for the for one of the chicken for the what are they, armatures, and
Chicken Titans.
it looks like the legs are already as big as a box tread.
Okay.
So they already look like, oh, okay, it's gonna be quite a bit bigger than this. I wanted to do
Its legs look longer than like the rest of it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just the legs, but the legs already are a little bit bigger than a box tread. So I'm gonna build it up today, and I'm gonna do a little size comparison of my own with the knights, the chicken walker knight, and my little box treads. It's gonna be great. I love me some big robots. But that's pretty much it. That's come out for Adepticon news. There was some news that I think John has that was released today with the Warhammer community page. Since Drakari is coming out for pre-order this week, they're announcing a few little things. Why don't you go over that, John?
Yeah. So, you got 3 categories for Drukari. You got Cabals, Witch Coats, Homunculus Covens, and as a side category, you still have free agents like Incubi or Scourges.
Okay.
So this is one of the things. This is the thing they got called raiding force, because they're not a fucking army. They're a bunch of raiding camps that just hang out together. So if your battle-forged army includes at least 3 Drukari patrol detachments, you receive 4 command points. If your army includes 6 or more Drukari patrol detachments, you receive 8 command points.
So that's cool.
And because they're different war camps, you have different war lords. So for 1 command point, you can use this stratagem before the battle. If your warlord is an Archon, choose up to 1 homunculus and up to 1 succubus from your army. Generate a warlord trait for each character you choose. Note that these characters are only regarded as your warlord for the purpose of these warlord traits, so you cannot get 3 for the warlord points. Yeah. Your opponent or you, if you're playing Drukari, will have 3 warlord traits. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's some of the fucking stuff they're doing.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Drukari's gonna have, because they play different from like way different from almost any other army that I've seen. Just the way that their structure is, and just like the models and how they work together. Kind of weird, but I want to see more of that. So yeah, hopefully in the next coming week, go ahead and go to the Warhammer. I think it's Warhammer-community.com, and they're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff. But just subscribe to that to 40K on Facebook. You get a lot of notifications there.
And we have the Alamo GT coming up, and I'm doing my best to prepare for this tournament, and I just keep reading shit about people like cheating.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
or like purposely fucking over their opponent.
More of the main topic of what we wanted to cover. So cheating?
Yeah.
What kind of cheating? Because I mean, I'm not too big into that scene, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since we're already a shit show, I'm gonna go ahead and interject here. Nobody told me this was gonna be the main fucking topic. I don't even think I have more than like 2 minutes worth of fucking.
That's fine.
Talk time here.
It's a topic.
It's a topic.
It's a topic.
All right, fair enough. I fucked up my words. I'm really bad at that.
So yeah. So first of all, we had the guy a while ago, a couple of months ago. I'm bad with time too, so it might not even be a couple of months ago. It might be like a month ago.
Yesterday.
But the guy who was slow playing, and he cheated his opponent out of a game. Basically, what happened there, for a recap, is the guy took 40-something minutes on his first turn on a hour-and-a-half game. So his opponent was like, that was your turn 1. Like, I still got my turn 1, and we still got to try to get as many turns as we can in here.
Yeah, so he started...
he started speed playing to like, make up for the fact that his
time.
Yeah. So they could get more than 1 turn each, because the way it was going to work is he was going to get his turn, his opponent was going to get turn 2, and then time was going to run out.
Yeah.
So it was 2 turns to 1. That would not have worked in his favor at all. So he tried speed playing, and he did a few things out of order. His opponent caught him on it, and he was forfeited for doing things out of order. And that's a thing that people do. They fucking, like, they take so long on their turn because it makes your opponent fuck themselves up.
Yeah.
Or gives you an extra turn over your opponent. You know, so it's cheating. It is cheating. It's purposely fucking eating up time.
Yeah, I know there's in other tournament stuff too that's been an issue.
Yeah.
Like there was that weird little controversy during Pokemon some dude was playing some chick over the handheld game and he just basically like took forever on his attack and she lost it. Like she was clearly gonna win, but people do that all the time in most games. I don't know what the remedy is. I don't know if they ever remedy that or
yeah. The remedy should be to fucking tell you to hurry the fuck up or fucking call you out. You know, like hey, you just forfeited this game. There's no reason for this to take that long.
Yeah, a lot of people, I'm assuming LVO, the tournament organizers for LVO are now going to institute the chess clock, because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know this for sure, but I think War Machine and Hordes, whatever, they actually use chess clocks as part of their game. So they're saying that next year, or any other qualifying things, that they're probably going to have chess clocks at least at the top level tables. Not so much like the day one where everybody's just kind of playing. But when it gets to the high level, that you have a chess clock, and if your chess clock runs out, then you forfeit.
I know one thing that needs to be suggested, and maybe I'll write it into to GW for their facts because they were late with their facts, so they still have time to take in suggestions and questions. Is you need to take note of what you score on each turn, so that if it ends up at an odd number, and let's say it's me and you playing, Roman, I get turn 3, and I make 4 points on turn 3, and then time runs out, you don't get turn 3. Well, those 4 points I made on turn 3 should be null and void, so that it's 2 turns to 2 turns, and that's what we tally.
That would be fair. Or just have an extended play, like you can say, like you have 15 minutes
to get your
to make your turn. It's not a lot of time, but it's at least a little bit of something where it's possible you can do something if you already planned for this kind of thing.
Yeah, even if you're by like turn 2, turn 3, you already have something already set up. Yeah.
But yeah, there's another thing, Midwest Conquest, I believe, which is in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to actually just lower points. They're not even going to do that. They're just like, 2,000 points is taking way too long for people to get their 5 turns in. We're going down to 1,650. And they're like, oh, so 350 points. And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to make tough decisions when you make your list. And I think that's very interesting. Like, okay, if people are being dicks about 2,000 points and like, you know, gaming it that way.
Yeah.
Lose 350 points and then fucking do this again. See what you can do with 350. You can't take that long with 1650. That cuts out a big chunk of your army. So I kind of like that as a solution. Like just lower the points. But
it's a lot of orc boys.
Yeah. But that's
so
the thing.
So there's this guy at Adepticon who was cheating, and he was using flesh terrors.
Okay.
But he took a Blood Angel banner, which is not allowed. So he was giving buffs to his army that he should not have had because he was playing Flesh Terrors. He was playing Flesh Terror rules with Blood Angel banners. So he was having 2 rules on his field at the same time, which he shouldn't have had.
Yeah.
And the thing about that guy, he was actually a repeat offender. In Warzone Atlanta, he took a relic with a character that should not have been able to take a relic because now relics are limited. If the relic is a sword, your model has to have a sword. You know? If the relic is an axe, like Khorne, all their relics are axes, but a lot of Khorne models come with Hellblades.
Yeah.
So if your Khorne model doesn't have an axe, he can't take that axe relic.
Yeah.
So he took, in one army at Warzone Atlanta, he took a relic on a model that could not have held the relic, and he took, what was it? He took extra command points for, this was Astra Militarum. So, he took the extra command point from Creed, but Creed wasn't the warlord. And it specifically says, if this model is your warlord, you get the extra command points. So, like, he's He's doing this at more than one event.
Yeah.
He's doing this at multiple events.
Yeah, so it has to be something. If it was just one time and he kind of slipped up and
Yeah.
he changed the list from that, then you know. But he's just kind of relying on people not knowing that kind of stuff.
And
Kinda-
that's like, you know, if somebody's doing this,
Mhm.
because at this point you're putting other people, you're putting them out.
Yes.
You know, now somebody has to come and check your list.
Mhm.
So like if you're being that much of a pain in the ass that people have to fucking take time away from their day to take time away from what they're doing, then you just shouldn't be allowed in the tournaments. You know, it's like I don't know of anybody specifically that got banned from Magic while we were playing because we weren't the biggest.
Sticklers on rules.
Yeah, like we didn't go to tournament scenes. You know, I
Yeah.
went to a few for fun.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna get my ass kicked, but like I know specifically for Magic, they kicked out that guy who was taking pictures with people's butt cracks.
Uh-huh.
He would always go down for the
Yeah.
prayer, and he's not allowed at Magic the Gathering events anymore.
Really?
Like he was a player, he was a good player. He's not allowed at any Magic like fucking Wizards of the Coast event anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's not like he's even cheated or
Yeah,
anything.
it's actually just fucking around.
So like this guy maybe just fucking ban him from events. You
I
know?
heard they banned him for a while, and then he was able to come back. He did it again. I think they did something again.
Some people just don't learn, man.
I mean, the one cheating's one thing, but when you just with other people. I mean, then again, some of those dudes do need to fucking pick up your pants.
You're not wrong.
And I'm not saying like, you know, it's never happened to me. It's happened to me, but when I feel it, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
My
it
butt's
feels-
hanging out.
Yeah.
The top of your ass feels cooler by
Yeah.
at least 2 or 3 degrees than the rest of your body. You realize something's going on.
Yeah.
Oop, let me just get up. Let me
Fix up my
readjust.
pants.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, it happens constantly. I'm fat, so just fucking pants don't hang on your waist the way
Yeah.
they're supposed to.
But yeah, when that dude is cheating, I mean, once again, it just always comes back to internet to me. Saw that that hockey player has like a really high pitched voice, like, "Why you be mad? It's just a game." In my head, it was like, "It's just a game. Why you do this?"
Yeah, I think, but that's the thing is like when it's a competitive event, you're gonna have competitive.
I get that, but if you're going to a competitive event, you should have the understanding that a good amount of people are just gonna be just as competitive, probably know the rules as much. Yeah, you're gonna have the people who are new, don't know a lot of whole bunch of rules, but the people who are, I'd figure they're seasonal enough that they'll probably, if I know I'm cheating, they'll probably call me on my bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, why even do that?
but I think
Like the
there-
slow playing, I get. No,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like someone could look at you and be like, you look like you're gonna play slow. But if you're just gonna purposely bring shit that makes no sense, or you can physically call someone out on it, then why bother?
The thing about 8th edition though is it's so hard to know what your opponent can or cannot do because in 7th edition everybody had a keyword like rending, and rending was in the rule book and you knew what it did. So if my opponent's playing Tau, I don't know what the fuck Tau can or can't do, but if my opponent tells me they have rending, okay, I know what that is. On 6s it's a -1 to my armor save.
Okay.
But now Tau has fucking drone fucking cunt licking drone something.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking rule is, I don't know what the fuck that rule is. So when my opponent tells me what it does, I have to fucking believe him.
Well, I mean, you can still look at their book and whatnot.
Yeah, but am I gonna do that for every single rule that he has for every single unit? We
And
only
then-
have an hour and a half to play a game.
Just to play like devil's advocate here, then that kind of falls on the person too. Like, if you're gonna be playing in the competitive scene, you better know your shit. Like, you don't have to know every exact thing to every army.
But you're gonna play a lot of different armies at an event.
You even at that, you would spend most of your time doing the stuff for your army, but at the same time, you should pick up on the bigger armies or whatever, what people are gonna be playing,
there's different
and have
people
a
that,
general knowledge of.
there are people that go to different like events. Like there is the competitive player that will know those rules, that does his homework, that reads other people's codexes, make sure that he understands the rules, can call him out on that. And that's like, I believe that would be like the more high level.
Yeah, that's
player.
that's what I'm
Then
saying. The competitive player.
There's the mid player that's kind of like, I know a good majority, but things can still slip up. And then there's the new people that are just like, I like this game. I've never been to a tournament. I've never been to a real competitive tournament, but I want to try and I want to have fun.
Yeah.
And then, how does it feel when there's just a guy that's just purposely doing bullshit like this?
Yeah.
Just to like prey on newer players. That just turns off newer players. That
I got you.
that immediately starts shrinking the scene in whatever, because wherever he goes back to, if he's from that area or not, wherever he goes back to, he's kind of like, I don't want to play anymore. Like I just
probably would just play at your local,
exactly
team or whatever. Even at that, I would say like I don't see a lot of people who start off a game just like, oh man, I want to fucking do competitive. If anything, you start playing in just regular tournaments. You play other people. You start learning stuff. You learn from them or whatever. And not everyone's gonna be like say you play with some Rimstar guys. I'm pretty sure not everyone's playing everything different.
Yeah.
We'll have some people. There's probably like an army out there that no one's really playing at all. I doubt anyone's playing anything like word bearers.
Very true.
And then you have like this competitive word bearer. My sorcerer has Logar's hot beats of truth. Like you stop and like, is that a fucking thing? All right, I'll play it.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, but like
but no, I
for the Alamo GT this year, I'm taking Trader Guard.
Mm-hmm.
There's no codex for Trader Guard. The only way for you to look at what Trader Guard can do is to have actually ordered the index from Forge Road in the fucking UK. So there's a really good chance that my opponents are not going to know what my army can do.
Fair enough.
So like you're not always going to be able to know what your opponent can do.
Stay vigilant, everybody, is what we're saying.
I've been playing 8th edition for almost a year now because it's almost been out a year.
Jeez.
I still have not played a single Tau person. So
what's going to change?
So once I do, I'm not going to know what he can or cannot do. And I just have to trust it. Not being a dick.
It's true. But I'm there's no clear-cut answer to how do you fix cheating or anything.
Everyone's
like
going to find a way to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to game the system in small ways that you won't notice, or the big ways where you're just like, that don't look right, and they're going to get called out. But either way, it's one of those things that I know a lot of other podcasts have talked about, like what their opinions on. Honestly, I don't have a super big opinion because I'm not a super competitive player. I would like to believe that everybody's good and they don't cheat, but
everyone has a kind-hearted soul.
Yeah, I would like to believe that.
I would like to believe that everybody's a piece of shit.
But not me.
You're the biggest piece of shit.
Nah, I'm all right. I don't want to say the biggest, because then that just makes me better than most people. And
you know how I get. But yeah, cheating. What do you think about it? Go ahead and leave some comments below.
I want to see the one person like, I think it's fun.
I'm super into it.
I cheat all the time. That's my wife.
I cheat on my wife. I cheat on Warhammer. I cheat on my taxes. You're like, ooh, you got some problems, boy.
Oh man, that just.
Okay.
No, it brought up memories.
Fair enough.
When you cheating on your wife.
Great times.
Good fucking times. Sweet.
Cost me about $250, but worth it.
I try not to cheat, and if I do, I'm sorry. But as far as the episode goes, we're gonna wrap it up with a little play of the week.
Play of the week.
Oh, I thought we were doing hobby stuff.
No, hobby stuff is gonna be at the very, very end.
Oh, we did it first time like last time. I don't know, whatever.
Shit just happens. It falls into place.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just play it.
We gotta play it by ear. We'll eventually get a format down that we really like, but as of right now, it's loosely formatted.
Yeah. Cock loose and lawsuit free.
But yeah, I had a game, I believe, last week against William Torres, another local player in the Red Star game here for the Mournival Weekly Escalation League.
Hey, that's my league.
Yeah. I was looking at him to see if I can confirm that that's the actual name, but he was looking at the fucking ceiling like a jackass.
Oh.
Anyways, I played William. He was playing Blood Angels, and I have a soft spot for Blood Angels because I too am a Blood Angels. But in this league, I decided to go with Dark Angels. So it was 1,000 versus 1,000.
I was there for that Tyranids Dark Angel game that y'all had.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Yeah, William. That was the other William. That was William Land.
Oh, okay,
Lansing,
never mind.
Lansing.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Will, if you listen. I don't know people's last names. But, yeah, he fucking raped my shit. But in this one, this scenario was it was a scenario in which gave you psychic pluses, I guess you could say. So
Yeah, it was the psychic maelstrom. The psychic maelstrom, fucking rules. So everybody had +1 to cast their spells. Everybody could cast an additional spell.
it was
and
+2.
It was +2.
Yeah.
+2, and you parried on any doubles, so even double fours or what have you.
Yep.
God damn.
And yeah, dude, I parried every fucking time I played. And then if you did perils, you had to roll on a d6 chart. Instead of just taking your normal mortal wounds. 1 was bad, obviously. 6 turned you into a mini god.
Yeah.
So it was a fun game type.
Yeah. Yeah, and in this one, I had made a list where, because I never get to play with my Terminator librarian, which I love because I painted up in Deathwing colors. He's the bone color, and he has just the dark green shoulder pads. So I love it. I love that model so much. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take him. It's going to be great. So the way that the first turn had gone, I let him go first. I wanted to roll off and everything, but I let him go first. And I had a Dreadnought in the building, and I had my Librarian in the building. He had a 10-man, I think the Vanguard assault squads, you know, where they can have special guns and all that kind of stuff. They had jetpacks, and he put them out 10 inches away. After that, you know, long and short of it, he demolished my Dreadnought with shooting and assault. My Librarian was pulled into combat, didn't do anything. But at my turn 1, I basically moved my Librarian outside of the building, and I dropped my Terminator Librarian and his group of Terminators in the same spot where he had put his Vanguard, because I was just like, that it could possibly work for me. And then a Psychic Phase came in. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, Psychic Phase. This is where the actual play of the game is. My Librarian that I had just moved out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna cast Smite on them.
John's
roll
favorite.
it. I roll a 9 plus 2 is 11 because of the Maelstrom rules. So I got an 11, which means instead of a D3 mortal wounds is D6. I rolled a 6. So a 10-man immediately went to a 4-man. I was like, okay, I cast another spell on one of my units. And then my Terminator, Librarian, decided to smite as well. He smoted, rolled a box card, rolled an actual 12. I Perils. Nothing bad came of it. But I got, instead of D3, I got the D6 again and rolled a 3 either way. So he's left with 1. And then he's like, that unit's dead. And I was like, what do you mean? They only have a 9-up leadership. You just killed 9. So even on a 1, he's gone. So I was like, you're completely right. And that was my play of the game. I basically wiped out an entire unit of Vanguard assaulters in one turn. thanks to Smite. So sometimes Smite can be a bitch.
Yeah.
And that's my play of the game. But Will took it in stride. He's a very, very good player. He had some other problems with his death company there. But again, even with all the bad rolls and kind of stuff that we were having, both of us just still had a fun game. So I'd like to thank you, Will. Thanks for playing that game, but that's the play of the game.
Play of the week.
Whatever.
Play of the game.
All right, so now that we're going to end this, we're gonna wrap it up with actual hobby progress. Now, Mark, I think you might have done the most.
Probably.
So
I've been trying to shell out shit time and time again.
Yeah. So why don't you go first?
So I think last I saw y'all, I hate working on tax squads. Got 3 of them done finally.
Okay.
I'm almost up to that 5-man army. Well, while doing that tax squad, I was like, all right, I'm getting a little burnt out right now doing tax squads. And probably there's for some people out there just like, God damn, you can only do 3 and all of a sudden you get fucking tired.
The boy has very he has ADD.
I want to explain, ladies and gentlemen. He's not talking about 3 10-man tech squads. No,
No,
he's
just
talking about
just
3
3
individual
regular
Marines.
tech-
Individual attack marines. Not Primaris, just regular size.
Just
it's
regular.
It's a little bit harder, a little bit smaller. So all right.
I'm pretty blind. I got big glasses. So I started losing some steam, and I was like, you know what? I don't have an HQ right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put an HQ. I remember I had a fine cast, which I know everyone fucking hates,
I don't, but
I had a fine cast Chaplain Terminator and
Okay.
Terminator armor, and I was like, man, the guy looks fucking sweet. I saw him in a game once, and I was like, he looked fucking sweet as fuck. And I decided to paint him up. I did way more than I thought I was going to. I was like, I'll probably just like paint one of his arms and maybe his head, and then I'll probably just bullshit and call it a day. Then I got bit and I finished him. Well, he's not finished. He actually just needs some highlight work. But
Okay.
I got the Chaplain done. Actually built a Razorback right now. That's still in the works of being primed. And hopefully I could shell that bitch out by, I want to say hopefully this week, but I got work coming up, so that's not probably going to get touched until next Saturday,
okay.
if I'm being realistic here. So that's actually a lot. That's more than I've ever done in the whole last year.
And
Slowly but surely, I think I already have a list already made out for a 500-point army. So all you got to do is finish out a couple other guys, get some heavy weapon dudes, and then I'm even bending my rule because I have to play with, like, if my first game, I want to make sure everything's painted up.
yeah.
John, those blue Terminators you gave me, I'm not even going to strip them. I'm just going to play them blue. I'm not even going to try to paint them yellow. I'll play the one game, and then later I'll strip them later.
There you go.
So,
Because I always told you that as soon as you play a game, if you do like the game, it should ignite the I want to get these guys painted up so
Yeah.
they look good.
The land speeder I gave you was primed black, right?
the what's that?
The land speeder?
Yeah, it's prime black, but it's been put off to the side.
Fair enough. And then even as we speak, you're doing some hobby work, aren't you?
Yeah, right now I just got bored, so I'm just no one can see it right now. I'm holding up to the microphone.
Speak, sir.
Yeah, right now I'm just I have a Lysander, so I'm just kind of clipping it and cutting the flash. And probably prime it later, then put it off to the side and not deal with him.
Fair enough. Is that it? Is that all you?
That's kind of it. Yeah, I already got the yellow spray paint, so just a lot of base coat shit. Try to get this done because who knows? It's probably gonna get humid again,
Yes.
like tomorrow, and then
Probably.
you can't prime for. You only have maybe like a month of good priming weather here in Texas. The rest of the year, you're kind of fucking boned.
That's why I just airbrush. That's why I was just
Yeah.
like, I'm going full fucking hog into this airbrushing thing because I cannot do this fucking spray can bullshit.
Yeah.
It's too much. But I will use it for like the metal models or fine cast. So, not even all fine cast. I'm thinking even like the what's it called? Eisenhorn. I might just fucking do airbrush on him.
Oh, you're gonna airbrush that guy?
I might. But we'll
Have
see.
you started building him?
No,
Well,
I have not.
Your progress then.
We'll get to that. But I think John probably did more than me because I haven't done much. So John.
I built Eisenhorn, which I need you to prime him with your airbrush
Brush,
because
okay.
I don't want to. He's too finely detailed for a spray can. I think it's real easy to cover up that detail.
Oh yeah.
I finished building my my Death Shroud Terminators. I had to put a bunch of fucking cultists back together. I need 60 cultists for my GT list.
Mm-hmm.
I have 40. I have a little over 40, but I have the heavy weapons too, which I don't have in my list, so I just need regular weapons. But these guys were like arms were falling off and stuff like that, so I had to put a good 10 or 12 of them back together.
Okay.
And they need to go into green stuff because my original 20 cultists from our Dark Vengeance box, I painted without priming them. And then I'm not a good painter now. I was a terrible painter then, so so those got to go into some green stuff.
Simple green.
Yeah. Or LA Awesome.
Yeah.
I primed my Lord of Change
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of Zinch stuff, blue, with a aerosol can.
Nice.
So that stuff's ready to start getting painted.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. Cool. As for me, the most hobby progress I've done is just some painting. I was painting up. I was trying to get a little Dark Angels Company veterans together because I kitted them out with a plasma pistol and a chainsword. But then my opponent this week, I couldn't get in contact with him, so that's fine. Life gets in the way, and he was probably just busy. So I didn't really do too much. I just kind of painted those up. Most of it was already painted. I just kind of went in. I just finished the plasma pistols yesterday, so they're almost done. The only thing that I need to do is maybe throw a wash on them. So I gotta varnish them. I gotta do a gloss varnish and then throw a little bit of known oil so they get some little creases in there so it doesn't look too bleh. I gotta finish up the golds on there and just paint the bases because I've been doing that a lot. I've been doing a lot of base work so that they all look like they're part of the same army. And just putting together the... I've been painting the little heavy bolters for my land speeders because I have 3 land speeders and they have little heavy bolters and it looks so much better when their guns are painted and it just looks fully it looks completed finally and it just looks better. So I had to just bang those out real quick. I could probably do it like in a couple of hours. And yeah, just putting together the armature. That's pretty much it. I got that yesterday.
Are you gonna go like bare skeleton and then are you gonna build him bare skeleton and then like his armor plates individually, or
Yeah,
is you gonna put it all together?
No, the armor plates are gonna be like off to the side.
Are you gonna magnetize the arms as well, just in case like any future?
Probably. Yeah,
good
just
fucking double chainsword
exactly.
action.
The fucking he can be walking.
I'm gonna get you.
Wait until I get there. I have a 20-inch movement maybe. I haven't even looked at the data sheet to be honest with you. So I don't even know like the special rules for it if there is any. But yeah, really cool. Like I said, I was building it. The legs are almost as big as or probably taller than a box shred. So that's pretty much all my hobby progress. Besides doing like a little bit of work on the Harlequins, and that's about it for Tony.
I don't think you did you mention on the last podcast? No, because you were doing it at the hookah bar, but you did some other Seraphons.
Yes, that is true. For the Seraphon, I built up the Troglodon, I believe is what it's called. It's the spitty one. And I just realized that the backpack on the little skink broke off. And I don't know if it's in the box or not. So I might have to buy just like a box of skinks and just fucking rip that off. Or if I can find it in a bits bin somewhere. Hopefully it's still in the box and I can just reattach it. And I guess what I'm going to have to do is just glue them to the base. Because I didn't want to glue them to the base just yet. But I think I'm going to have to do that so I can avoid it like
bouncing
falling
around
over and all that kind of stuff. I did finish the Saurus Knights, the 5 Saurus Knights. So the rider and the mount are in 2 separate pieces. So I can just paint those up and then just glue them at the end. I still have to work on the Saurus Warriors though. So I still have to bang out those 10 that are there. And I think that's somewhere in the realm of about 500 points. It's maybe a little over. I have to check the points. Even though I don't have a battle tome, I have to check that out.
Well, the points are not in the battle zone. It's in the General's Handbook.
Well, they have the. I don't know how much it changed, but either way, I do have the General's Handbook either way, so I just had to double check all that.
Yeah. I actually wanted to take a look at some Seraphon models. Because I wanted to make a unit of Rough Riders for my Katachan.
Okay.
And since there's not an actual Rough Rider model, and Katachan are jungle fighters, I figure horses are probably not that great with underbrush and shit like that. But you know what would be great? Giant fucking lizards.
Hey, bro.
So I want to put some Katachan on some lizards.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. It would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they've always kind of hinted that 40k has like a lizard Xenos army.
Denizers.
If they do that, if that is an army that they actually do,
Ooh.
fuck it. I'm selling all my Blood Angels. I'm going to go, fuck. I'm selling everything. And I'm just going to fucking build Lizardmen for 40k. Oh my god. You better hope that fucking day never comes. Because I'm going to get rid of a bunch of shit just to play that.
GW's listening and they're like, you know, fuck that Roman guy. We'll make lizards to fuck up his life. We're gonna wait until watch his Facebook feed and wait till he's at his lowest point in his life where he's broke, and then we'll hit him with the lizard spacemen.
You don't have to wait too long for that lowest point in life. I'm pretty much there.
Only thing
I'm
is,
talking
it's
like
a,
financially.
Oh god.
it's a female-only race, so they're gonna be lopped in the book with the other vaginas.
Oh damn it!
Alright, I'm in. Fuck it. They're gonna be sassy fucking lizard bitches.
I'm back on.
The sassiest of the sass. But yeah, I didn't do too much hobby progress, but just enough to constitute hobby progress. Hopefully tonight I can do a little more after I play like 8 hours of Monster Hunter.
Woo!
Because, and then, man, Destiny's gonna have a new update. So I'm getting off topic, but thank you for listening. I believe that is the end of the show.
Are you getting off topic? Or is that just a fucking gateway to our fucking sponsor?
We have to double check on our sponsor. We have to double check if we're actually sponsored by them still. So that's why we are not mentioning the sponsor just yet. Hopefully by the next time we have this episode, we can get that all sorted out.
Oh, well, fuck me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not part of City anymore, apparently.
Yeah.
You gave up on us. And, so yeah. Ended on a sour note. Either way, thank you for listening. If you do want to get in contact with us anyway, just go ahead and put it in the comments below if you're listening to this on YouTube, or if you are on listening to us on any other platform, go ahead and send us an email. Again, that's citypod88@gmail.com. And the subject, just put Warhammer or 40k or something to that effect, just so we know it's for this show specifically. And yeah, anything else? Any other closing remarks from you guys?
Just that we finally figured out our closer.
Alright.
Dude,
I think so, maybe.
let's try it.
Alright, so
Yeah.
thank you for listening, and
We'll
see you in the warp.
Warp.